Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, let's talk about the 2.5 anniversary livestream, and then in the latter half of the video, I'll give my final Shutdown predictions. And it's been a little while, but I'll put my face in the video. Alright, most of the announcements were things we already knew. Handout Griff in the new circus theme, and a fan-designed Mama companion handout. They said that they would give this Mama out in autumn. I guess August counts as autumn. Then we will all get 6,000 gems. There are the banners for Circus. Gale's going to come out today. And then the last slide in the lower right, all weapons will get level 100 capability and a second Recollections of Dusk burden relief. A lot of limited weapons, like from Nier collaborations, are missing that, so that's nice. Then there is the Mama Dream Gacha. We clear quests or missions, get tickets, and then pull in the gacha. And this is where the 300k gems giveaway happens. And there are also lower gem amounts, like 30k. I hope I get one. I hate being free to play. Throw me a bone, developers. And then a new type of arena coin will be added, rainbow or shiny or whatever. And we can exchange them for new weapons that have a +8 burden relief for Recollections of Dusk. I hope these weapons are usable for other reasons. The barrier to entry on Recollections of Dusk after the recent update is getting together enough costumes of an element. I'm guessing if we have enough costumes to get through RD quests, we have played long enough to pull a good variety of weapons anyway. Next, the new grade for Subjugations, X. This is the SSS++ that people were fearing. It's a super duper high score, but we get nothing for reaching it. It's just a mountaintop to climb. And there's only X1, really. There's no X2 or X3 or X10. And the new rewards in the Subjugations exchange are karma items. I made a predictions video for what updates could or should come to the game to make the game mode more accessible, and they added nothing. Nothing to help with team building or easily restart a wave, or start from a particular wave, or timers on buffs, or removing the need to task kill. Nothing. There's just a higher grade for 0.001% of players to aim for. That's it. So yeah, I'm still not touching the mode. And then there is batch mode unlock for slabs. It's about a year late. Then we got a preview of doing the karma system. What I was most interested in was the cost of unlocking slots, and it looks like 10 karma stones for both slot 1 and 2, as we can see in the lower left. This worries me because based on what I could gather, the daily karma quest will give 1 stone, and 1 a day, so 10 days to unlock a slot. But throughout the livestream they pointed out that karma items are available in a variety of places, so maybe it won't be so bad. Hopefully they don't immediately sell the karma coins for cash. And no word of a schedule for which costumes will get karma next, but director Matsukawa said that all costumes will get it eventually. Then finally we got a tease of a new character. A little while back on the official website they added a mystery profile pic of an unrevealed character, so maybe this is what that is. This is an all-new character. I've seen people guess Marie, but no, all new, unless it's the human form of Mama. I've also heard 10H of Yorha. I looked that up, and that would be super interesting, and then nearly lock up the database on the moon theory. Based on how I read what the head writer of the People in the World said, she will not appear in the story in Chapter 3 of People World coming next month, but when she does appear, the plot of the story will really pick up, and the connections to the Nier universe will become more clear. I could not tell if she will be story only or she will be a playable character. And then, no slide for this, but producer Saito dropped a hint that there is not 1 but 2 collaborations in the works. I know Dragon Dragoon is getting an anniversary soon, and Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting another release, and Final Fantasy XVI just came out. But as always, I caution that just because another game is getting a release or an anniversary doesn't guarantee a collaboration. It could be something out of the blue, like Persona. Coordinating timing like that for 2 products is very difficult, and there are more important factors for companies to consider than just lining up that timing. But whatever the next collaboration is, I expect they will do another live stream to announce it and reveal it. Maybe early September, maybe even during that combined anniversary banner. Alright, so that'll do it for the live stream. To end, let's make my final Shutdown predictions. Chance of shutting down before 3rd anniversary, 25%. Chance of shutting down at or after 3rd anniversary, 75%. I think the game has a good chance of making it to 3rd anniversary, and beyond that, I don't care to speculate. So why final predictions? Is it because I hate the game and I'm sad it hasn't shut down yet and I'm so disappointed and embarrassed? Come on, of course not. It's because of one thing, mainly. The average Japanese mobile game lasts about a year and a half, and the further out we get from that, the less the usual patterns and signs can help us predict the future. While it's easy to read younger games because they often fail for similar reasons, there's just less evidence to go on for longer running games because so few games make it to that stage, and then they all have their own unique alchemy for their longevity. It's fairly common to see games that go like 6 years with good steady revenue and devoted fan base suddenly shut down because one day the developers or the company just say, we're done, and that's impossible to predict. I was always confident of my predictions, but if you go back and look at them, they were never very bold. They were always safe, and so they were very easy to be confident in. I never said like, 95% chance to shut down next week. People said that I was like turning people off of spending, but I never really said anything like doom and gloom like that. But also, those predictions, those percentages, were based on the usual patterns and signs I mentioned earlier. And I want to remind folks that from very early in the life of the game, and my coverage of it, I was clear that this game was different and had some aces up its sleeve. Yoko Taro and producer Saito are legends in the industry with lots of weight to throw around. And then there is the Nier name to carry, while there are no console game releases outside of remakes and ports. 2 recent happenings have made me even less sure about how long the game will last. One is the recent shutdown of the Neon Genesis Evangelion mobile game, and the other is the appearance of a Reincarnation boss in the Automata anime. The Evangelion game lasted a mysteriously long time with bad sales. Then I remember the Evangelion movie, which recently came out, and I was like, did they intend to release them together? Were they meant to like build off of each other? And I checked the dates, and the game came out first, right before COVID started, and then the movie got delayed for COVID, and I was like, aha! We can't know for sure, but it is plausible that they kept the game alive, so that it would be around still when the movie was released, and for a little while after, so that they could capitalize on the connection. Still didn't make much money, because it didn't look like a very interesting game, but they did try. The multimedia push, where mobile games are one part, is a fairly common thing in the Japanese mobile game industry. Uma Musume is the most famous recent example. And turning to the Nier Automata anime and Nier Reincarnation game, I heard people say ever since the anime announcement at the Automata 5th anniversary event that they would coordinate some kind of event or character release or something in Reincarnation, and I was always like, nah, that would be so difficult and expensive and risky. But it went the other way. In the last episode, we see the Reincarnation boss in the anime, and I was like, oh, they went that way. They're actually connecting them story-wise. And they announced a second season of the anime. So, seeing the Evangelion game get dragged along by the movie, essentially, and seeing the Automata anime continuing forward and potentially dragging Reincarnation along with it, has me thinking again. I said this in 2021, but I always felt like life of the game would be determined by the story in-game. But I did not anticipate that it might be determined by the story outside the game. It might be a safe bet to say Reincarnation will last through the end of the second season of the anime. So the developers showed their hand. They have 4 aces, and I am done predicting the shutdown percentages of Nier Reincarnation. I want to stress that just because I am not predicting shutdown percentages anymore, that the danger of shutdown has passed. I do not control that, contrary to what some people think. The danger has not passed because the danger is always there in mobile games, even for 10-year-old behemoths, because suddenly one day, again, the company or the developers are like, we're done. We saw this earlier this year with Idol Masters and Love Live. And it also doesn't mean I won't stop talking about mobile game shutdowns in general. I love watching the industry, and you can't talk honestly about the industry without also talking about shutdowns. Alright, I think that'll do it for this video. I'm looking forward to the karma system and customizing my favorite costumes, and I'm looking forward to the new stories, learning about Mama and the cage and the new character, and the connection to the greater Nier world. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.